Hey everybody, I'm Lynette. Welcome to 13 Moons Homestead. I decided to do a video today and accept the challenge that Rose and Ryan from Wholesome Roots put out to vlog about 5 reasons that you homestead or that you want to homestead. In my case, I'm kind of in the middle of that. We just purchased our property here in Oregon 2 months ago. We have about 5 acres and it has like 3 to 5 years of deferred maintenance. So we have a lot of work to do here to turn it into a homestead. It does have a barn and the house and a large outbuilding and this greenhouse. So we have a good foundation to work with and a long way to go. So I'm going to cover the 5 reasons that I want to homestead so you can get to know me a little bit more. I think the first reason, maybe the most important reason that I want to homestead is food, and I think that's universal amongst homesteaders, that's pretty high up there on the priority list. I want to know where more of my food is coming from. I want to know how it was grown. You know, whether it were pesticides or anything used on them. What was the soil like? I want to have the control over as much of that as possible. I don't trust that all of the things labeled in the store as organic really are organic, and even if they are, they're very expensive, and I want to be able to control the cost of everything that we're eating. You know, we do have a large family, although several of the kids have moved away from home now. They're all young adults. We still can have anywhere between 5 and 10 or more people at the table, and I like to stock a pantry and stock a freezer and keep it that way. And if I'm going to have all organic or at least organically grown foods, I can't afford to purchase that at the store. And I just want to know where it came from and have that satisfaction of we did it ourselves. We chose it. We can choose things you don't find in the store. All of that. So food is definitely high on the priority list when it comes to reasons why we want to homestead. The next reason why I want to homestead is health. I have a few health issues. I have osteoarthritis in my knees. I have some back problems, and so I already know that this is going to be a somewhat difficult journey for me, but I also really need to lose weight in order to control some of the health problems that I have. And I think that there's just going to be more motivation working on a homestead and doing the things that I want to do and that I love to do and I haven't been able to do in years, like gardening, keeping animals. I really just think that I'll be more motivated and there will be a need for me to get out and move more and to sit less. It'll help, I think, all the way around on the homestead and in my personal business, hand dyeing yarn and fiber, and just getting into better shape, into better health, breathing cleaner air, not just for me, but for the whole family, just to be in a healthier environment and be more active. The third reason that I want to homestead, that we want to homestead, is to be more self-sustainable and have less reliance on the stores. I don't know that we'll go completely off grid. We are modern homesteaders, and my husband does work from home and requires good internet connection. We do require computers both for his job and for my business. We do use a lot of technology, the whole family. I don't know if I can support all of that with solar or other ways. We'll investigate that more as we go on. But more for food in particular, and some power. And that's because of the food. We want to not have to drive 15 or 30 minutes to the nearest town to get food. We don't live in town anymore. We live out in the country now. We can't just run out and get milk and bread when we run out. We need to plan ahead, plan our food better, and also I want to create a lot less waste. So, we want to preserve our own food, and so I do want to look into solar and other means for making sure that we can keep freezers turned on and we can use dehydrators, and I can get the canning done and whatever we need to do to preserve food to be more self-sustainable. And then other measures to down the road, but like food is our number one thing, to be able to have kind of homemade convenience food that is actually good for you. It's self-sustainability. The fourth reason that I want to homestead is peace. Being out in nature, that is what soothes my soul, especially if I can be out in the trees or near a mountain, and most especially if I can be near water, near the ocean or a flowing river, a creek even, anything that is water truly soothes my soul. And to be able to walk outside at night and there's no light pollution, you can see the stars, you can see the moon. All of that's what brings peace to me. And to be able to have the animals that I want and build the garden that I intend to and fill this greenhouse with green things and colorful flowers and food. And that is what I probably want more than almost anything, is just to have that peace and not have the hustle bustle of being in town where there's always noise and there's always people and there's always things to worry about and places to go and things to do. I want to slow down the pace a little bit and just have that peace as I go throughout every day of our lives. So peace is a big one for me. The last one, number 5 for me, reason I want to homestead would be freedom. In a couple different senses. First, we live in a place where it's unincorporated and we don't have to abide by the same kind of zoning laws that you have when you're in town. We're very lucky to have been able to find this property, and it's a place where we'll be able to do what we want to do with the homestead, whatever that turns out to be. So freedom in that sense of less restrictions on living our best life the way that we want to. And also freedom in the sense of privacy. We don't mind sharing our lives. Clearly, I'm making videos and putting them online. And having community, especially for me in the fiber arts community, is big around here, and it's really, really important to me. But we want to be able to share ourselves and our lives on our terms, and the rest of the time really just to kind of be left alone to do what we want to do. And, probably we don't like anybody more than we like our family unit. There are some lovely people out there, and I have some great friends and wonderful acquaintances, but we are quiet, private people, and we do really appreciate having that time to decompress. Introverts, I guess, would be the better term to put it, as we are introverts. So I think that freedom in several senses would be our number 5 reason that we want to homestead. I want to say thank you to Rose and Ryan at Wholesome Roots for putting this challenge out there, and I will link them down below so you all can go check out their channel because it's awesome. They're very inspiring people. And thank them for giving me kind of the inspiration to make more content and start posting more on YouTube. I'm very not educated in technical things, so I'm relying on the help of my young adult children and my computer geek husband to help me put these things up and get it going. But I also just needed some encouragement to make the content. It still makes me very nervous to do these, so thank you for that. So I'm obviously a brand new baby channel. If you're here watching, thank you so much. If you want to be taken along on our journey, you can subscribe, and if you want to be notified anytime I post something new, hit the little bell down below. All my social media links are down there too. Thanks so much. Blessed be.